Hi, and welcome to this live stream. Hi, whoever is here. You're welcome to my kind of Scandinavian horror, but I also wanted to throw in like Nordic horror to include both Finland and Iceland also. Oh, hi to everyone who has joined so far. Just Peter. What was going on before? Kept getting like a ton of notifications. Yeah, like it was so weird. I went live, but then my camera wouldn't work. Like there was just no picture. So I tried it a couple of times. It usually works on the second time, but it didn't. So I had to Google it, and yeah, I wasn't using Chrome, so that was why. So I switched it to Chrome, and now it works. Yes. So sorry for all the notifications. So sorry. But this is the real one. So I'm just making sure that people are getting the memo. Let's see. Okay. Cool. So, what do you know about like Nordic horror, Scandinavian horror? Have you seen a lot, or do you maybe have some favorites? Oh, Fredrik Olsson, hey. Hey. Well, Fredrik, you've got to have a few favorite movies from the Nordic countries, I guess. So you can just talk about any Nordic movie that you want to discuss, and I'm all ears. Yes, and I also have a few with me that I thought that we could discuss. That's the first pile. Here is the second pile. Yes. So I've picked out a few, but I realized that I haven't got a lot of Nordic horror. Like there are so many more that I have to get. I'm a bit ashamed of myself, actually. I should have gotten more. Like what? Being Swedish, supporting my fellow Nordic countries. But yeah, I definitely have to buy more. So yeah. So just Peter, how is it going with the essay? Just wondering. Okay, so what can we talk about first? Well, let's see, just Peter. I've probably seen a few, but I usually don't check out the countries they release from. Okay, I can understand that. I can. Client Probe, hi from Prague. Well, hello. Oh, that was just something that fell down. But hi, yay. For those of you who didn't know, I lived in Prague for 9 months. And actually, on my mother's side, who's from Poland, we are also from the Czech. Yeah, the Czech Republic. So I little bit Czech. So I am proud. Fredrik also. He likes Evil Ed. Not Evil Dead, but Evil Ed. And Blödaren. You know what is funny? Blödaren. I've heard so much about that film, but I haven't seen it actually. But I really want to. But Evil Ed, funny you mentioned it, because I have it right here. So yeah, it looks like this. And it is a hilarious, funny film. Yeah, it is. It's super, super funny. It really, truly is. And let's see. It's a movie with a lot of gore, a splatter film. So it's kind of funny, gory movie. And here it says it has machine gun duels, blood dripping amputations, hand grenades, which makes the heads explode, nasty demons, and an arm which transforms itself into a French bread toast. So I mean, it has all the craziness that if you love movies like Evil Dead and just a lot of movies with gore and humor in it, you will love Evil Ed. And also, I think Arrow released a version of this. I think so. I have like a super small, yeah, edition of it. I think it cost me like less than $1, but I really want that Arrow edition. Let's see, Stand in Silence. Hey, Sarah. Hey, happy to have you back. Thank you for returning. Okay, just Peter. Sounds like Demons and Evil Dead mixed with John Wick. Yeah, that's a good description. I mean, it does sound like that. I haven't seen Evil Ed in such a long time, so I really need to rewatch it, but it is super funny. So I recommend you all to watch it. And yeah, one of our proudest movies from Sweden. And Fredrik Olsson. Oh, he has the Arrow edition of Evil Ed. Oh, that's so amazing. I bet it's a really good edition as well. Does it have a lot of like special content and extra features? Uh, Stand in Silence. Oh, you're making me blush. Well, not really. Ooh. Well, my whole hair is blushing, so. Okay. Speaking of Sweden, we started with a Swedish film and we can continue. And it is Let the Right One In. Låt den rätte komma in. This is a Polish edition, so it's pronounced Pozwól mi wejść. But this is one of my favorite Swedish movies, actually. And I read the book that it's based on by Jon Ajvide Lindqvist. It's so good. It's so good. Both the book and the movie. Oh, the Scream Lover 123, Alex is back. Hey, hey, Alex, happy to have you. Frederick says that the Arrow video edition of Evil Ed is really great. Well, I figured that much from Arrow, but I'm glad it's a really good edition. But here we have Let the Right One In. I'm hoping you've seen this film. I know that the Americans did a remake of it with Chloe Grace Moretz. It was an okay remake, not as good as the original from my country of Sweden, but still an okay remake. But this film and the book is just simply amazing. So when I heard that they were going to make a film, I was super excited. So I watched it in the cinema like a long time ago, and I was super happy with it, actually. Like, it kind of was what I had imagined while reading the book, like when you only imagine things, and this came close. This came really close. Let's see. Alex, happy to be here. Well, happy to have you here. Just Peter. Yeah, I saw this one ages ago with a couple of friends. Oh, that's great. So what did you think of the film? Thomas Lundberg. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Thomas. Stand in Silence. I've only seen Let Me In. I liked it. Okay. Well, then you should see this one as well. Just drinking my tea because, you know, I worked a long shift today as always, and then I like stuffed myself with a lot of food, like too much, and then also like a bowl of ice cream and berries and whipped cream, and I've been so full that I'm like, oh, but it's okay. I have my tea to calm my stomach, and now I'll get you guys. So that's amazing. So let's see. I can see if there are any more Swedish films. We can go like country by country in the Nordic region. Okay, here is a newer film, which was I think premiered, or at least it was one of the earlier premieres of this film at the Monsters of Film Festival. I think, was it 2 years ago maybe? I don't really remember, but it's Svart Cirkel. What could it be in English? It is like Black Circle, but I don't know if that's the official title for it. But it's made by Adrian Garcia Bogliano, and it is starring Kristina Lindberg. I mean, if you've seen Swedish cinema, like the movie Thriller, you know, the girl with the patch and the one eye, back, was it from the 70s or something? Yeah, that was Kristina Lindberg, and she's super famous here, and she's in this film, and she made her kind of return, and I was super happy. The movie itself is okay. Like, I was probably hoping for something a bit different, but it's worth the watch. So yeah, let's see. Uh, Klientfrappe. I really like Swedish horror and thrillers. Oh well, I want to say thank you, but it's not me who have made those kind of movies. I only made like one feature Swedish movie. Yeah. Let's see, Nick, VCBS. The Swedish version of Let the Right One In is way better than the American version. Yeah, I agree. Thomas Lundberg, har du sett Besökarna? I have seen Besökarna, but I don't really remember so much because it was so long ago. I have to rewatch it. I really, really do. Just Peter, I enjoyed it. We'll have to rewatch it though. It's on UK Prime. Oh, that's nice. Then yeah, but I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I really am. Stand in Silence. I just realized I almost never watch Swedish movies. I think Man kan inte våldtas was the last one I watched, and that was like 2 months ago. Yeah, I remember that movie. I saw it a long time ago. Uh, Maybe, I don't know. I was a bit disappointed by that film. Uh, but yeah, I mean, I'm from Sweden, and I don't really watch a lot of Swedish movies as well. But if like Sweden releases a horror or a thriller, I will watch it, of course. But we have so many comedies and like stupid, like police detective movies, like dramas. They're all the same, and that is basically the only thing that gets funded here. Like the Swedish, they don't want to put money into making horror movies at all. Like, not, they don't want to risk anything. So I think in Sweden we are way behind than our Nordic countries. Like Norway are putting out so many great horror films, gore movies, horror comedies. They're out there. They're doing their thing, and like Denmark also has a lot of great horror films. I mean, Finland have come out with so many good stuff. Even Iceland is beginning to come out, and Sweden, I feel like we've fallen behind, or we aren't producing as much as we should or as we could. Because I know we have so many talented filmmakers here. I know a lot of them. Hopefully I am one of them. But like if Sweden would put more trust in us and just fund our projects more, then we could make such good movies. Just make something completely different. Because a lot of the like mainstream horror movies that come out in Sweden feel like what the Americans did like 20, 30 years ago. It feels like we're copying whatever they did before that worked for them, but now we're doing it now, and it just feels so eh. I have to back up a bit here. Let's see. Thomas, du ska väl se The Conjuring? Yes, I will, of course, watch The Conjuring 3. I am super excited. I really liked the first two parts. Oh, John. Hi, John. Happy to have you. Hello, Sarah. Great DVD Blu-ray collection. I pick up Spookies on 101 Films. Ooh, Spookies is nice. Nice pickup, John. The Trashed Picture Show. When would Scandinavian horror become prominent? When I think of Scandinavian flicks, think of police thrillers or cop shows. Yeah. Yeah, we just have so many police thrillers and cop shows. We have enough of them. Like, we truly do. We need something else. We need to be known for something else. Scream Lover 123 Alex. Yeah, I don't know. Personally, nothing comes close to Let the Right One In. Yeah, that's true. The Trash Picture Show. Also going to pimp tweet your live stream. Thank you so much. Okay, Stand in Silence. Yeah, I didn't really think Man kan inte våldtas was very good either. It was good as a time capsule for the 70s. So yeah, I can agree with that. Fredrik Olsson, have I said Insane? Yeah, we have a Swedish horror film called Insane. I've seen it. but it was a while ago, so I don't really remember it. But it's like very, very indie horror. Very indie horror. Client probably, ooh, I can't wait for Conjuring 3. Yeah, so excited. Thomas is saying, I love Conjuring 1, 2. Can't wait for the third. Yes. Client probably, you could be a pioneer for Swedish horror film director. Yeah, it's funny. Like when I was 12 and started writing horror screenplays, that was like my dream. I was like, I'm gonna revolutionize the Swedish horror genre, Swedish horror industry. I will like make it happen. But yeah, like I've made some contributions, but nothing has really. There hasn't been a revolution so far. But I'm hoping that all of us together will make something happen here in Sweden. Just Peter, the Japanese and Italians are also years in front of Nordic countries, not just America. Yeah, like a lot of people are. I agree. Like they have been like in the front for so long. Like even though Norway and Denmark and Iceland and Finland, but mostly if, Norway and Denmark are way ahead of us, and the Nordic countries, they are still behind like the Japanese and the Italians and the Americans. So yeah, we have a lot of catching up to do. We do. And I still feel like, we had the Ingmar Bergman movies back in the 60s or whatever, and we're kind of known for that. So I think we've gotten like stuck in this box, like, oh, Sweden, so it's all like cop thrillers and Bergman. That's what people we are known for to people. So they focus so much on that, and I just feel like, yeah, we're stuck in that Bergman era. We need to break out with some new horror thing. Yes, we do. Client probably, my inspiration is Dario Argento and old Japanese horror stories. Yeah, Dario Argento is my main inspiration as well. Stand in silence. Ooh, I thought all you needed to make a film was a camera. That's what I thought, like when I was young as well. I'm like, ooh, I will shoot this on my like lousy camera, and I don't have to do anything. I don't have to think about the lighting or the acting or the editing or anything. I can just shoot, and it will be like a perfect, fantastic film. No, that wasn't the case. A Flash Picture Show. Ireland recently has gotten their act together in recent years with the Hollow or Hole in the Ground, and I think our folklore has helped the genre. I agree. And I also think, like in Sweden, we have like very nice folklore with the Näcken and other things, other creatures that we could take so much from. But somewhere we just don't. Like I've seen a lot of like short horror movies from Sweden, which are so good. They're so good. I just want to scream that people should just throw money at these filmmakers who are creating these short horror movies so they can make features and make something happen. Yeah. Client probably, Ireland has some wonderful, creepy, haunting folklore and tales. Yeah, I agree. I do. Thomas, how do you say Dog Soldiers? If I've seen Dog Soldiers, yes, I have. But a long time ago, but fantastic film. Just Peter, I love to see actual good Swedish horror based off their urban legends. Yeah, me too. I mean, there's so much to take from. There really is. As that in silence, there needs to be new horror movies made in Ireland about leprechauns. Yeah, I don't know if this was a rumor or a joke, but didn't like the director or someone connected to the Leprechaun movies wanted to make like Leprechaun but vampire, leper vamp, or I don't know what the mix was, but it was something like that. I don't know if it was just a rumor or a joke or an actual info. So yeah, but let's see what else I have here. Oh, since we're still talking about Swedish horror movie, here is another vampire film. We had let the right one in. Now we have Frostbiten, so it's Frostbitten. And yeah, I mean, this was better than I expected it to be. It's kind of a low budget, but it's one of the earlier like mainstream horror movies here in Sweden, actually. And I met the director uh, last year at Monster Film Festival. Sorry, I interviewed him, and then he joined our crew because I also work for Monster Film. Joined our crew for dinner. Just like lovely talking to him and chatting with him, and just getting to know a lot about like what went behind the scenes and stuff like that. But yeah, so I recommend this movie. I do, but not as good as Let the Right One In, but worth a watch. Yeah. Let's see. Um, Client Probably Soldiers is one of the best werewolf films. Yeah, no, I agree. It's so good. Stand in Silence sounds like a terrible crossover. I mean, it depends on what they do with the concept. Like, are they thinking half leprechaun, half vampire? Or are they thinking leprechaun versus vampires? Or something completely different? Who knows? Uh, Thomas, Clint, probably, I sure agree with you. Yeah. The Trash Picture Show, The Hollow, is the best leprechaun movie ever made. Very close to the folklore of the creatures like the Fae folk. Yeah, I mean, I was very surprised by The Hollow. It was so good. So good. And it was a funny story. Like me and my friend, David, who comes on my YouTube channel sometimes, we went to Amsterdam and they were playing a movie called uh, Gallows. Yeah. And we were wanting to see The Hallow, and he was like, "Oh, that is that movie, the Irish movie with the creature features. So let's watch that." I'm like, "Are you sure? If it is that movie, then yeah, of course." And so we saw it, and it wasn't The Hallow; it was Gallows, and it was awful, and we were so sad. And I was like, "David, you made us watch this movie. We could have picked like any other movie." Ugh. Let's see, Stand in Silence, Sarah Grid hosting live streams like this. Well, thank you. I don't know. I'm just talking. I love talking about horror movies, and if someone listens, then it's awesome to have you here. I'm always worried that no one will turn up, and I would just, looking at myself, talking, and be like, oh. But I'm so happy to have you here. This goes more smoothly with someone, to discuss this with. The Scream Lover 123, Alex. Oh my god, I remember being a kid and seeing a movie called Vikarien, or Min fröken är en utomjorden. And remember it scaring the shit out of me. Not your typical horror movie, but still freaky. I don't remember that movie at all. No, I can't say that I have. Interesting. Okay, I will definitely search for it and see if I can find it, because I now want to see it. Just Peter, we need some good Wendigo movies. There's only a couple good ones. Yeah, I agree. Like, there's so much more you can do with the Wendigo. It's a very interesting creature and lore. A Trash Picture Show. If you were to make a horror based on your folklore, what, Sarah? Let's. No, I can't remember what they're called, but there is like a female. I don't remember what it's called, but I remember there was a short film which was made here in Sweden, and they actually it was based on different folklore from Sweden, and it was so funny and hilarious, but with a little bit of gore in it. It was so funny, and there was this creature. I don't remember what was her name, but I think she was killing people or something. I don't remember. I have to check. I will check it out afterwards. Or maybe I can check it out if I have my phone somewhere. No? Where did I put my phone? Huh. Don't know. Okay, let's see. Matt. Oh, hi. Hi, Matt. Yeah. Hey, Sarah. Thought I'd come by and say hi. You're always welcome to say hi. Kirk Redgate. Hi, what's your favorite George A. Romero film? That has to be Dawn of the Dead, the original. Yeah, that is my favorite George A. Romero film. And I will put up a review of it this week, actually, with my good friend David. And The Scream Lover 123 Alex. It was such a dark movie for being from 11 years old. It's really hard to find, but damn, it gave me nightmares for weeks. I think it's a Danish movie. Okay. It's just Peter Skogsrå. Skogsrå. Exactly. That was what I was talking about. Thank you so much. Sometimes I just forget things, of course. Matt Jordan, and I still owe you that troll story. Yeah, you do. Per Ingvar Tomren. Well, hello. Hi. Speaking of Nordic filmmakers, we have Per Ingvar Tomren, who made Christmas Cruelty. And you know, that Christmas movie that I gave 10 out of 10 when I did my Christmas horror and madness back in December. Yeah, he made a kick-ass Christmas gory movie that you all should check out. So he's definitely a filmmaker to watch. That was what I was talking about in Sweden. We don't have something like Christmas Cruelty. We have come close. And like my friend Sonny Laguna, he has a company which actually makes really, really good indie horror movies. He made one called Wither, Litra, which I talked about in my last stream when I talked about zombies, because it's basically a Swedish Evil Dead. And it looks like this. Yes, here it is. And he has made We Are Monsters, which is kind of a gory revenge movie. Super good. He's made several with his team indie features before that, kind of like slashers. So he's one of the filmmakers who have been like groundbreaking in Swedish underground cinema. And then he was offered to direct the new Puppet Master movie. The latest one with Barbara Crampton. And I think he really did such a good job with the material he got. And I'm super proud of him. I can't wait what they will like film next, because he always comes up with such amazing stuff. The Flow Chamber. Hey, Sarah. Hey, happy to have you here. Stand in Silence. Did anyone watch There's Always Vanilla by Romero? I know it's not exactly horror. No, I haven't checked it out yet, but I've been meaning to. Let me know if it's any good. Per Ingvar Tomren, thanks for your super kind words. Well, of course. Thank you for being here. The Poltergeist. Hey, Sarah, how are you? Hi, happy to have you here. I'm good. I'm really good. Well, I was tired, but not anymore. I have my tea. I have my energy drink, so I'm good. Just Peter. Every country deserves their own Evil Dead. Wouldn't it be cool if every country did their own version of Evil Dead? And then we could have like a super long marathon and just watch them all like back to back. That would be hilarious. Let's see. The Night Watch Zone. Hey, Sarah and everyone. Hi. So happy that all of you are joining me. Talking about Nordic horror, but we branch out and talk about other stuff as well. But yay, super happy to have every one of you here. So let's see. Oh yes. Here is also like a really weird collection of Swedish short horror movies, which are like hilarious to watch, like really low budget independent, but made with passion and humor. And one of them is called The Resurrection of Michael Myers Part 2. It's just hilarious. It truly is. I do have to rewatch these movies. I saw them such a long time ago, but I remember just laughing my ass off. Yeah. But it looks like this. It's called Swedish Horror. So if you ever get a chance to watch this or find this copy, then you should watch it. Let's see. The Scream Lover 123 Alex. By the way, did you enjoy Army of the Dead? I thought it was awesome. I like my alpha zombies fast and really aggressive. Yeah, I did enjoy the movie. I do have just a few issues with it, but overall, it was an entertaining movie. Definitely was. The float chamber at the Night Watch Zone. Salute. The Trash Picture Show. What's your thoughts on the Soska sisters? Do you think they sold out the more popular they have become? Apparently, they stole another young female horror director's idea. Yeah, I am friends with that girl who they stole the idea from. So, yeah, I will not talk about them so much. But up until that point, like I don't have anything against their their filmmaking skills. I think they are talented, and I do enjoy their movies. But after learning what they did, I just can't support them like I used to. So that is all I can say about that subject. Yes. Tim O'Donnell. Hello, beautiful Sarah. Hi. Thank you. Just Peter. Army of the Dead was decent, but for an 80 million budget, there was quite a few errors. It was overall very enjoyable, though. Yeah, I agree. I agree. The Night Watch Zone. Hey, Mac. Glad you're saying hey to each other. It's awesome. Okay, let's see what else I can do. I have anything more Swedish in here? I have. Oh, this is actually also made by a friend of mine. It's called House of Orphans, and he's named Daniel Lemusari. And he's like probably the most well-known indie horror filmmaker in Sweden. Because he has done like a lot of indie horror movies that have gotten pretty big. And a lot of them are, they're like so bad that they're funny. They're so enjoyable to watch. And you just have such a good time because you can see that the passion is there and that he learns something from every movie. And he's still making movies and has his own YouTube channel where he posts them. So I will definitely post the link to his YouTube channel so you can watch some more Swedish horror movies. Yes. Let's see if I can find it now. Just give me a second. Yeah, my internet's kind of slow, so not going to be super fast, unfortunately. Let's see. There. Yeah, there we have. Okay. Hopefully they had subtitles, but you can watch. Yeah, I just posted the link to his YouTube channel if you want to go check out some more Swedish horror movies, both features and short films. And he's a good friend of mine, and I just love seeing his work. Okay, do we have any more? Let's see, Trash Picture Show. Yeah, that was pretty sucky of them. Yeah, I agree. Oh, Linus! Hello from Östergötland. Jag älskar din samling. Well, thank you. He said he loves my collection. I just, Peter, anyways, I better finish this essay. See ya. Hopefully next stream I have no work to finish. Well, good luck with your essay, and thank you for tuning in. Hope you had a good time. Bye, Peter. Let's see, Clint, probably there's a new Swedish horror on Netflix, but I don't remember the name. I don't remember what it is either. New horror on Netflix, a Swedish film. What could it be? I've probably seen it, but I just don't remember it. But if you know, then please let me know. Let's see. I think I've gone through a lot of the Swedish ones. Yeah, of course. Since it's Sweden, I have to promote my own stuff. I made one feature, one revenge feature, and here are the covers. Yeah. So in English, the title is Wounded, and there's me on the cover. Yeah. Okay, so now we're done. We can move on to maybe some Norwegian movies. And first, we can talk about the movies that I talked about in the last live stream when I did the zombies, because I reviewed these. And it's Dödsnö and Dödsnö 2 or 2, Red versus Dead. I mean, the first one is super hilarious. If you haven't seen it, you have to watch it, please. And the second one is really funny as well. Yeah. So I mean, just make it a night, watch both of these back to back, and you will have an amazing evening. And I think these are examples of why Norway is such a great country that makes these awesome horror movies. This shows why they are better than us Swedes right now. Yeah. I wish we can make like something like this. And then we actually have another great like slasher series from Norway. Yeah, slasher series from Norway. And let's just check the comments so I don't, forget anything. The Float Chamber. Do you have a favorite horror film, Sarah? I bet it's hard to choose from since you've seen so many. Yes, I do. My favorite horror movie of all time is actually Suspiria from 1977. No, the Dario Argento version. That is my favorite movie of all time. Client Probit, that was a terrifying film, yours. Well, thank you. Yeah, not like used to people talking about my film. But if you think it's terrifying, then I'll take that as a compliment. So thank you so much. Matt Jordan, Dead Snow are great movies. Yes, they are. The Trash Picture Show, love them. And the director's Hansel and Gretel action horror. Per Ingvar Törnrosén, Sarjad is awesome. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Like I'm not good at like taking compliments because I'm blushing and I'm like, oh, okay. But thank you so much. Matt Jordan, I don't know why, but I borderline am starting to like zombie Nazis. I mean, they were pretty cool and that's nice. So yeah. Stand in silence. I should try and check out Sayad. I mean, it's with you. Well, you're welcome to. I can't stop you. Yeah, but no, I'm like, well, in my opinion, like Create Your Killer is my best work. But I always have a soft spot for Saria just because it's such a low independent horror movie, and I learned so much from it. Like I learned what not to do, what to do, what to improve on, what I did good, so I can improve on that as well. But I made a feature. Like I'm proud of that. I made it in 14 days. A lot of stuff like didn't work, but hey, that's how we learn. Linus, Dark Woods, aka Vildmark 1, The Döda Tjörn, and Rovdyr is my top 3 movie from Norway. Oh, actually, I just saw this from Norway, The Döda Tjörn, A Lake of Death, like a few days ago. And I have to say that I wasn't really impressed by it. I think they could have done so much more with it. It could have gone in a completely different direction, like made kind of their own Evil Dead or made something else. But I don't know. For me, it was just a bit weak in the story. But I'm glad I saw it. Always glad to watch more Nordic horror movies. But yeah, Vildmark 1 and also 2 is very good. The second one is also very good. And Rovdyr. Speaking of Rovdyr, I'm getting to the slasher series soon. But someone mentioned Rovdyr, and I have to show it because I love this movie. This Norwegian movie is brutal. It's so good. Yeah, I think it's about these 4 young people who are on a road trip, and they pick up a hitchhiker, and they soon realize that she's actually running from something horrible. And then they become involved, and they have to like fight for their lives in the woods. And it has like one really nauseating, like gruesome scene, which involves a leg, I think. Yeah. So Rovdyr, if you haven't seen it, watch it. Let's see. Oh, I have to go up a bit. The Float Chamber. Suspiria is my favorite film of all time as well. Great choice. Thank you. I can never get enough of the Technicolor and Susan Bannion as a final girl. I love Susan Bannion. I love her. Jessica Harper, she's amazing. She just had the right expressions. I loved her acting, and she was so believable. The Trash Picture Show. Sarah, where could folks buy these two flicks you're in? My latest flick, Creature Killer, is on my YouTube channel. So you can just scroll down a bit. It was released in December. And Saryad, you can find it on Amazon. If you just type in Saryad, then you will definitely find it. Or if you want to buy like a limited hand-painted one with a hand-painted poster, then you can write a comment after we're done here. You can write me a comment on my Instagram or on this video or any video, or just email me at sarahhorror@gmail.com and just say that you're interested in buying a copy, and we will work something out. Let's see. Claim probably Suspiria, the original, of course. Yes, so good. Kirk Redgate, the original Dawn is definitely the best. It took me 3 times to write that. Oh, okay. I was wondering. I just saw like message retracted. I'm like, what happened? Did I miss something? Was something going on? Do I have to get like popcorn? No. Like drama. But yeah, the original Dawn of the Dead is definitely the best. Let's see. The Flow Chamber. Have you watched Watchers with Corey Haim? It sounds very familiar, but I can't say if I have or haven't. Have to check my Letterboxd. That's what I do. The Letterboxd page where you can rate movies. So that is where I go to check if I've seen a film, if I remember watching a film or not. If I'm like, I don't know if I've seen this film, I go on Letterboxd and I see if I have rated it or not. Then I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I've seen that or not. Let's see. Stanley and Silas, I watched Watchers a few years ago. I wish my dog would play Scrabble with me too. Oh, I wish my cat would do that. Where is she? She's not here today, unfortunately, like last time. The Trash Picture Show. Do you read any comics, horror, any type? Yeah. I used to read more comics before. I found like Chucky comics, Friday the 13th comics, and just random, and also hack and slash. I love hack and slash. So good. But I haven't read any horror comics lately. So I think I will buy a few new. Don't know when, but this summer I will buy more horror comics for sure. Because we have a store here called Comics Heaven, and they sell a lot of horror comics. So I will go check it out. Okay, back to the Norwegian slasher movies, which is called Cold Prey, and in Norwegian it's Fritt Vilt. And I have a Polish edition, and it's called Hotel Zła. So basically, it means the evil hotel. Yeah, but Fritt Vilt in Norway and Cold Prey in English. And all of these 3 are really good. Here's the second one. It has, kind of a slip disc. I love slip discs, as you know. And also, the third one is good as well. So I really, really like this trilogy. And I really like the music in the first one. Because when you see the ending, and there's a specific song that comes up, and it's just so ironic, and it becomes like kind of dark humorish, kind of funny at the end without it being really funny. So I really love that kind of stuff. But the first one, yeah, and it's made by Roar Uthaug. He who made the latest Tomb Raider movie. Yes, that Roar Uthaug. So this is a really good slasher trilogy. If you want to see something different, And in the colder environment, in the with the snow. I love like horror movies that are set in snow. It's gorgeous, and you just have all the blood on the glistening snow. It's such a beautiful contrast. Let's see. Trash Picture Show. Check out Crossed and Ferals if you want to get back into horror comics. Be warned, very messed up. Oh, I will definitely. Like when someone writes Be warned, very messed up, that just makes me want to watch it or read it even more. So thank you. Stand in Silence. There's a super intelligent golden retriever in Watchers. Oh, okay. Maybe I haven't seen it because I can't really remember that part. So Linus, I think I have 1,500 horror movie in my collection, 1,123 on DVD, and the other is on Blu-ray and old VHS rental. So I must ask you, how many movies do you think you have in your collection? Well, I haven't counted them in maybe 2 years or 3. And when I counted them last time, I think I had 3,000. But now I probably have 4,000, something around that area. Like when I will have the energy and the time, mostly the energy, stop being so lazy, then I will recount them again. Because I also really want to know. It's been a while and I've bought a lot of movies. So I want to know, am I at 4,000 or below or maybe a bit higher? The Night Watch Zone. Sarah, do you have a favorite horror movie from within the last 10 years? Newer horror sometimes hit or miss for me. I mean, there are so many good movies, but like recently, I really love Psycho Gorman. That was my favorite movie from last year. So I am super excited to get that in my collection. I saw it at the Monsters Film Festival. And I also ordered like jogging pants with the Psycho Gorman like motive from Cavity Colors. So I'm just waiting for it because it says that it will be here like this week. So I'm super excited, and I will show you the pants on a video. Let's see. Flow Chamber to the Night Watch Zone. I watched The Witch recently and enjoyed it. The Witch is super good. Yeah, I mean, the girl, Anna Taylor-Johnson, I think is her name. She is so talented. She was, in the Queen's Gambit, that show. It was super good. But she is amazing. I mean, that girl deserves all the Oscars that are coming in her future, for sure. Stand in Silence. Haven't done a count here in a long time, but I think it's around 1,200 Blu-rays and 800 DVDs, probably more. But you should definitely go for quality over quantity. Yeah, like when I was younger, I went for quantity over quality. So I just bought anything, like a lot of it. But now I go for I save up to buy more Arrow, to buy more Vinegar Syndrome, to buy more stuff that is super rare and hard to find, so that I'm willing to spend a bit more extra money on a copy. But before I would do that, I would just buy anything if it's cheap. Yeah. So I've learned. But sometimes I'm like, okay, it's cheap. I will just put this in the basket as well. The Trash Picture Show. Your house bursts into flames. You can only save 4 from your collection. Oh no. What? Oh, that's awful. That's horrible. It's like, no. Well, probably I have 3 versions of Suspiria. So those 3 plus my Arrow edition of Tenebre, because I love Argento. So 3 Suspiria and 1 Tenebre. Yeah, that will have to be it. Stand in Silence. Yeah, I mean, just wanted to point out it's the super intelligent dog who spells out words with a Scrabble set. Oh, okay. The Night Watch Zone. Yes, Mac. Glad you like The Witch. Anna Taylor-Joy. Yeah, that's her name. Is a great actress. Yeah. Matt Jordan. I'm debating changing my all-time favorite movie to The Crazies from 1973. Yeah, the original. Well, that was a good one, but I haven't seen it in such a long time, so I have to rewatch that one as well. I didn't really like the remake of The Crazies. I don't know. it just wasn't for me. Okay, so we, yeah, seen the Norwegian slasher series. Then we have another really good film from Norway. It is called Tale. I don't know if this is how you pronounce it, but yeah, it is called that. And this is about two guys. They're like in the woods, and they find this girl they think are wounded, but she is not who she appears to be. And it is like very beautifully made, very beautifully, and it's also like folklore, for Norwegian folklore. And if you haven't seen this, then I really think you should. Really good. So, Tale, yes. Okay, let's see what you have written. Matt Jordan, I hated the remake. Oh, good. Linus, you maybe know this, but Kvarn Video have Arrow movies from 129 crowns, so buy there. I have bought many Arrow movies there. Yeah, I know, but I'm always waiting for the Arrow sale, because they are even cheaper there, and I just buy like a ton of Arrow movies each time. But I have to check out other places as well, so I will of course check out Kvarn Video. So thank you for the tip. Okay, Matt. All right, it's 7 p.m. and I gotta be up at 2 a.m. Oh. But thank you so much, Matt, for joining. It was really fun having you here as always, and you're always welcome. So I hope I will see you at the next one. Bye. Stand in silence. Tenebre is really good, and that music is super infectious. Have had that song stuck in my head more than once. Yeah, I mean Tenebre, and just the composition of the gore. Sometimes you just love the gore because it's creative and fun, and sometimes you love the gore and the blood scenes because they are beautiful. In Tenebre, there's a specific scene when someone gets their arm cut off, and the blood spray is like beautiful. It's like art, and I love that. I truly love that. Frederick, have you seen Sleepwalker? I think there are maybe several movies called Sleepwalker, but if it is a Swedish film, then no, I haven't seen it actually. I can't know. I haven't. Is it any good? Please let me know. Okay, here is another fun one, and it is Troll Hunter or Trolljägaren. Yes, Norwegian film, and it's such a fun movie about people hunting trolls. And trolls is huge here in the Nordic countries. I have several like troll figures, like wooden troll figures in my room, and I love trolls. And this movie is super good. It's a movie by Andre Øvredal. I think he was the one who did the autopsy of Jane Doe, which was also super good. And my friends got to meet him because he was at the Monsters of Film Festival. And I had to leave like right before because I was working a night shift. So I had to leave. And they were like sending me pictures. So like, I get to meet him. I'm like, why didn't I? And I really, really liked that job. So I was super depressed that evening. Let's see. The Trash Picture Show. Have you seen The Church? Yes. I think I rewatched it like not a long time ago. And it's really good. I really, really enjoyed it. I really, really did. Okay, so let's see. We have 3 movies left. And I recently watched this film. It's also from Norway. It's called Lust or List. Yeah, it's about this. She's like a novelist, so she's a writer. A woman who writes books, but she has like trouble coming up with a new story, or trouble. She has writer's block because of certain traumas that have happened to her. And she used to write this really gory and violent novels and got criticized for it. And then traumatic things happen, and then she begins having these weird visions, and she doesn't know what's real, what's not real. And I thought the movie was okay. It had a few like good gory scenes, few brutal scenes, but I think the story could have been a bit tighter, a little bit better, but still an okay watch. So if you're interested in watching this, it's called Lust from Norway. Okay. So I realized that I didn't have as much Danish horror movies as I thought I did. And I had too few Finnish movies. And I don't have any Icelandic horror movies, even though I've seen Icelandic horror movies. But let's start with the Danish one. I think one of the best Danish ones, horror movies, is called Night Watch. And it's with, Nikolai Coster Waldau, Jaime Lannister from Game of Thrones. I think he plays Jaime, the brother. Yeah. So this was him when he was super young. This is from 94. Yeah. And this is really, really, really good. It's kind of creepy. It has like a dark and creepy atmosphere. Here, I can read you what it's about. Martin, a young law student, takes on a job as the overnight watchman at a local morgue to fund his studies, while his girlfriend, Kalinka, studies to be an actress. His hell-raising, potentially insane best friend, Jens, uses the situation to embark upon an escalating series of audacious and grisly stunts and challenges, much to the disapproval of the local police and Inspector Warmer. Investigating a series of psychopathic murders involving young prostitutes being left scalped, Warmer's suspicions become aroused when one of these games goes perhaps a step too far. Martin is fighting for his and Kalinka's life as the killer, aware of all that they know, decides they must be silenced for good. So it is very good, very interesting throughout the entire movie. Let's see. Woohoo, Night Watch. Yes, another fan of Night Watch. Good, good. Yes. I'm glad to see that other people have heard about this film. And also, it says here before Saw and before Seven, there was the classic Night Watch. So it kind of has a few of those elements for sure. And that is also why I really, really like it. Oh, okay. So, of course, I had to at least have one Finnish movie. And I managed to find one. And it's called Sauna or Sauna. And it is very, very good. But I do have to rewatch it because it's been such a long time ago. So I can't really remember a lot. But it's in Swedish, but I will translate. The year is 1595. And after having been to war for such a long time, the war has now come to an end. But for Eric and his brother Knut, the nightmare has just begun. Eric has been in the war for so long, so as long as he can remember, that his mind is all about violence, and it's twisted, and he has 73 lives on his conscience. His brother Knut is a sensitive academic, but during the war he did a really horrible act. He left a girl to die locked in an earth cellar. So haunted by their past, these brothers, they end up in a really strange village, and where there's a weird and mystic creepy sauna. And they say, it is said that the sauna can cleanse you of your sins. So, will they try the sauna, and what will happen? Horror and Coffee. Hello, Sarah. How are you? Well, hi. Happy to have you here. Well, I'm good. I'm good. Well, it's almost 10 past 1 a.m. here in Sweden. So I'm getting to get a little tired, but I'm okay. How are you? Let's see, Fredrik. A long time ago, since I saw Sleepwalker, I think he was 13 when he saw it and thought it was scary. I'm so sorry. I just heard a noise, actually. Like, what was that? It's probably fine. Maybe my cat. Hopefully. Gee, now I'm thinking, like, when people have done like live streams, and then suddenly something has happened to them, and like people have watched it, like, oh my god. I'm like, will I be that girl today? No, okay, I can't think like that. I will go crazy. Frederick, if I saw it now, it wouldn't be that gruesome. Okay, I can understand. Padding Vertomren. I believe Nightwatch was the first Scandinavian horror film I ever saw. It's a great film. Yeah, it is. And I'm just checking if there's. Okay, I'm a little freaked out. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it is a great film. Horror and Coffee, good. I'm glad you're doing good. But if you ever see like anything behind me or something, you have to like let me know. Like today or future like live streams. Yeah, because I'm doing this in the middle of the night here in Sweden. It's like pitch dark, and yeah, it's so quiet. You can hear everything. Okay, so I just went through all of the movies that I brought with me, and yes, let's see the trash picture show. What's the biggest misconception folks have about Swedish people? Like that, probably that everyone is like tall and blonde. I'm short. Kind of, yeah, I'm short. But I was blonde. Like I haven't had my real hair color since I was 10. But when I was 10, I was blonde. And now my real hair color is like kind of darkish blonde. But I love my red hair, so I'm keeping it. But yeah, that is also like when people meet me, I'm like, yeah, I'm from Sweden. They're like, but you're not tall or blonde. I'm like, yeah, no, there are other people as well. Yeah, other types of people. Yeah. Yeah. So please let me know, what are some of your like thoughts or things you've heard about Sweden or Swedish people? I am very interested in knowing. And if I can like debunk some of that, or if I'm like, yeah, that's kind of correct. So if you have anything that you're wondering, please let me know. I think I will be like maybe 5 or 10 more minutes. So I'm thinking that we could like talk about anything. Like, anything you're wondering, any movie you want to talk about, anything you're wondering about me, about Sweden, maybe about Nordic countries. Like I know mostly about Sweden, but I know a few things about other Nordic countries as well, but not a lot. But I live in Sweden. I was born here, but my mom, she's from Poland. My dad was from Norway. So I do have a Norwegian connection as well. Client probably, I better get some sleep. I have to be up at 6 a.m. Lovely live chat. Bye. Oh, thank you so much for dropping by. Please join us the next time. Hopefully I will have like one live stream that will be like a bit earlier for us Europeans. Yes, but thank you so much for dropping by. Frederick, do you like any German horror movie or German splatter movie? Yeah, I think every country has probably a horror movie that I find very enjoyable and like. But let me see, German right now, like it's blank. Please, can someone just name drop a German horror movie for me? Because I've completely just forgotten about it. The Trash Picture Show. Would you be interested in joining a Eurovision style chat on horror with other folks around Europe at some stage? A Eurovision style chat. I'm just wondering, like, how would that be? Eurovision, because we recently just had the Eurovision here on Saturday, I think it was. Yeah. So I'm like, are we singing, like singing, but singing, talking about movies, about horror movies, or what would it be like? So I'm very interested in knowing more. Absolutely. I'm just terrified about what it means. But yeah, I'm interested. Yeah. But is it something you organized or yeah? Basically discussing the best and worst horror from Europe and vote. Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds fun. I thought I would have to sing or something. I was scared because I'm a terrible singer. Yeah, but yeah, that sounds a lot of fun. Yeah, just yeah, having some more energy drink. Damn, where is my cat? And what was that noise? Seriously, guys, what do you think? What do you think? What was that noise? Yeah, just let me know. What do you think? Yeah. Fredrik, Black Pass, Bermudas Beyond. Yes, I liked Bermudas. Of course. And also, yeah, I like Necromantic. Of course, 1 and 2. I like almost every Jörg Buttgereit movie. I really, really like his movies. I know that not everyone does, but I do and have a lot of them on Arrow. The Trash Picture Show. Don't go and say you'll be right back. No, I won't say that. I know what happens, so I won't say that. No. Oh. Yeah. Okay. My tea is probably pretty cold now. Yeah. Are you also like me, like when you pour a cup of tea? Like I drink maybe this much. Yeah, but I always pour like a huge cup because I'm like, I'm gonna drink this, gonna have it for an hour. And then I drink this and now it's cold. So I'm like, yeah, okay. That was a waste of money and water. Stand in silence. I'm a bit of a night owl, and I think this time of day is good for this. Yeah, I agree. I've always liked being up during the night. Like, I love sleeping in the morning. I love sleeping during the day, but I also work sometimes. I work like shifts, so I have very different like times that I work. But I love being up all night. Like probably around maybe 3 or 4 a.m. That's when I want to go to sleep, and then I can sleep until like noon or something like that. Or, but yeah, sometimes I have to get up really early, like 6 a.m. But I still stay up until like 2, 3 a.m. and then I sleep for like 2, 3 hours, and it's crazy. I don't know how I live, but yeah, lots of this. But sometimes I work like 24-hour shifts. Yeah, 14 hours or very regular. But it's okay. I like my job, so I'm not complaining. Not complaining. Frederick, mycket bra filmer dock. Så gillar jag inte cat scene. No, I agree. I don't like the cat scene at all in Romantic One. I don't like anything, where they show you where they harm animals. I can live without that. Thank you. The Trash Picture Show. I drink a buck of tea if I could have a splash of milk and 2 sugars. Oh, okay. I like some honey in my tea, but I usually just have it as it is. I'm lazy. Simon Simons, yeah, a karaoke style horror chat. Exactly, that was what I thought it would be. I'm like, I was scared. Yes. Like, here's a mic. Just sing your thoughts about this horror movie. I'm like, what? But yeah. I mean, I really love being up during the night. It's very cozy. I like watching horror movies. Like I watch horror movies during the day as well, even in the morning if I up early and can't sleep. But it's so much better during the night. I don't know. It's a different kind of feeling. Yes. Okay, I will probably be here for maybe like one more minute. So if you have any last questions, please let me know. Please. The Trash Picture Show gotta go work on the stop motion, Sarah. I'm chatting. Oh, hope it goes really well with the stop motion. I'm really interested. Please let me know how it goes. And thank you for coming by as always. Hope to see you the next time as well. Night. Okay. I don't really know what to say anymore, so I won't torture you anymore with my weird silence or anything. But I just want to thank you all for dropping by and listening to me talking about Nordic horror movies. It was super fun. I had a super good time, as always, discussing horror movies with you guys. And I hope I can have a live stream real soon again. I will let you know, of course, on my Instagram. And if you haven't joined my Sarah of Horror Facebook group, then please do. Just type in Sarah of Horror and apply, and I will let you in. Such a fun group. And I always announce things there before I announce it anywhere else. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you will have an amazing evening or day or nights, depending on where you are, of course. Bye.